Dyslexia Nation, my name is Deshanta. This video is going to be about how to write better as a dyslexic. There is a specific method and a system that I've developed for myself that I've been using it for a while, and it just made me a better writer as a dyslexic. Whether you're journaling, whether you're doing homework for a class or for your job, whether you're making scripts for YouTube or doing any other kind of writing project, this system is really going to help you guys out. So let's just get started and let's jump into the video. So I'm gonna break this down into two things, and this is kind of like my secret sauce of how I think about anything that I'm trying to improve when it comes to my dyslexia. So the first thing that I try to think about is the mechanics. So what is the thing that I'm trying to do? And then the second thing that I really try to think about is, after I thought about the mechanics, how do I implement those mechanics such that I'm taking advantage of my dyslexic strengths and reducing the risk of my dyslexic disadvantages coming in and kind of like sabotaging what I'm trying to do. So let's talk about the mechanics first. In the mechanics part, you're actually looking at what is actually happening when you're trying to, do that thing or get that thing to across the finish line. So you want to examine each of the steps that goes from starting the thing to finishing it. The next thing after that is you want to optimize each of those steps such that you're taking advantage of your dyslexic strengths and like minimizing the risks of your dyslexic disadvantages coming in and sabotaging the whole thing and making this product not as good as it could be. All right, the phase two is implementing these mechanics. So what you want to do is you want to really try to make these steps like your own thing, like your own system. The first way to do that is you want to take a look at each step and think about tools, strategies, ideas, methods that other people have come up with, and apply those ideas and strategies and tools to each of those steps. And you want to try to really figure out how to make this thing easier for you, how to make these things more effective for you. You want to really figure out how to do more with less effort, basically. And the best way to do that is to lean into your dyslexic strengths or your personal preferences or just the way your brain works. You want to really figure out things that you prefer, that things that you really enjoy, and then apply those to completing this process. So after you have your tools and systems and strategies all going, what you want to do is you want to create a system so every time you do your process, so whenever you write something, you always follow the same process. You always have this thing that you do every single time so that you get good at this thing. And another thing that comes about when you create a system is you'll figure out little ways to improve on that system. And over time, you'll have this unique thing, your own writing process, your own way of doing this that's super unique to you. So whatever you produce will be different, and it'll be more powerful than if you were just following what everyone was doing. So let's dive into the mechanics of what writing is and how it works, right? So writing is basically taking thoughts inside your head and you're putting it onto a physical or digital object. So like a piece of paper or a Word document or something, right? And that can be broken down into multiple steps, and going from your thoughts to a piece of paper, in between those two things there's 4 steps that's happening. I'm gonna cover all those 4 steps right now. So the first thing is your thoughts, and your thoughts are probably the most important aspect of this whole thing, because the quality of your thinking is kind of like the raw ingredients of your writing. So first thing you want to do is really think about a system, a way of really improving your thinking. And I'm going to give you guys some suggestions right now on how to improve your thinking. The best way to do this is to be exposed to lots of different ideas from lots of different perspectives. So some of the ways I do it is I listen to a diverse range of podcasts, ebooks, audiobooks, YouTube videos. I read physical books too, documentaries. I talk to lots of different people. Some people like to travel to go experience new things, new languages, new cultures, things like that. And all these ideas and all these things that you're exposed to will kind of coalesce inside your head. And whenever you're trying to write something, some of these things will just start popping off inside your head. You'll be able to come up with ideas that are kind of unique to you. The second step between thoughts to paper is the physical act of writing. So this is the part where like most dyslexics have issues, because most dyslexics, what we do is we focus on like getting the technical and mechanical part of writing things down. So most people will sit in front of like a screen with a black piece of paper, they'll sit in front of a keyboard and they will just start typing away trying to write something. And that's not, you know, it might work for normal people, but especially for dyslexics, that's not the best way to do it, because what you're doing is you're creating like a filter. So your thoughts come to your head and then you have to filter your thoughts through this thing of converting those thoughts into words, and then converting those words into like letters, and then taking those letters and punching a keyboard. And at all of these steps, your brain is having to think about like how to do this thing, and it's really a slow process. You can only think as fast as you can type. I can only type like 80 words per minute or something, and that's simply not fast enough. I can think way faster than I can type. So typing is a no-no. It's a really terrible way to put ideas down on paper. The second thing that really sucks about typing is the fact that the degree of freedom that you have to express your thoughts is not it's not good with typing. So you don't really usually think with just words. You have like pictures, you might have diagrams, you might have like charts, you might have drawings, you might have things that you can't just translate into words. So the best thing to do is use a pencil and a piece of paper. Actually, that's not the best. That's the second best thing to do. The best thing to do is actually using something that I use, which is like an iPad and a Apple Pencil and this app called Notability. I'm gonna give you guys a quick overview of that app at the end of this video. So basically how Notability works is it records your writing and your words like that you can speak at the same time, and by touching the word it'll give you the audio back. It's really cool. Here's what it kind of looks like as I was planning out this video.
Talk about the actual mechanics of reading, of writing actually. Understand your meaning as accurately as possible. Okay. So another step, this right there, this line represents organizing. So that's kind of how I'm thinking about this. So your thoughts are directly related to how much exposure do you have to different ideas from different types of people, different perspectives, and also your background on how the world works and how causality creates outcomes. After using is the next step. I'm going to be talking about capturing, or you have stories, you have methods, you have techniques that support. So this is the main idea. And then write A, and then simply type your thoughts.
So the next thing, the next part of going from your head to a piece of paper or an essay is being able to organize your thoughts so that when someone else encounters them on a piece of paper with words, that they'll be able to like accurately kind of like get the picture. So whenever we're thinking about something, a new thought, new ideas are just your brain like cells, your neurons connecting in like a unique way to like create a thought. And you have experiences, you have ideas, you have different things that created those thoughts, and the person that's reading it might not necessarily have the same experiences, the same thoughts, the same knowledge structures that you have. So what you want to do is you want to actually make it easy for their brain to make those connections. So the best way to do that is to organize your ideas so that they can use their experiences, their ideas, their thought structures to connect together, so that when they're reading your things, they can easily understand it. And a really good communicator, a really good writer is able to anticipate what the thoughts, ideas, the connections inside the other person's head, and organize those ideas so that their message will be received accurately, and hopefully with like a little bit of pleasure and a little bit of enjoyment and a little bit of entertainment. So the best way to do this is to organize your ideas so that you're really just talking about one big idea that you want to deliver, and everything else is kind of like supporting that idea. So for example, in this video, I wanted to show you guys that there's a different way for us to write, so that when we're writing, we can create things that that are better than what normal people are able to do with their process. So I'm giving you guys a new process that'll help you become a better writer than normal people. That's kind of like my big idea that I want to deliver with this video, right? So what you want to do is you want to organize other things that will support that idea. So in this video, I told you that there are, you want to break down reading or writing or any task into two things. First thing is mechanics, the second thing is implementation. And after you do that, you look at the steps and you try to improve each step with different tools and methods, and you try to create a system, and then you organize those systems into different things, right? So I'm supporting this idea of like, hey, this is how you should write, and I'm kind of like organizing it so that there's evidence to kind of like help you guys create those those brain connections. So when you encounter this, hopefully you will be thinking the same way I'm thinking, right? So that's what a good communicator does. And writing is just good communication. All right, so we're on step number 4. We're on step number 4. The last step of taking your thoughts and turning them into like an essay is you want to take your ideas that are now organized under this structure of big idea, small idea, small idea, small idea, a supporting idea, supporting idea, supporting idea, is you want to structure that and actually physically sit there and start typing, right? You can use text-to-speech. Google has a really awesome text-to-speech program where you can just talk into the computer and it will just start typing for you. That's what I use, but you can just sit there and type too. And at this point, you can kind of slow down. You can really think about your ideas. You can really think about like picking the right word at the right place and doing all those things because now you're kind of done with the thinking part. Now you're just kind of looking at the structure of this thing and you're trying to make it grammatically correct. You're trying to make the spellings right. You're trying to get the right sentences in the right order. You're trying to just, you know, organize this thing. And a really cool thing about, you know, digital things like Google Docs and things like that is you can move things around and you can go as fast as you want or as slow as you want, and you can take your time and you can come back. Yeah, so that's drafting. So those are the 4 steps, and now I'm gonna just kind of show you guys what this app Notability is. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys before this video ends is I'm working on something for you guys. I'm working on a course. This is it's a course for dyslexics that kind of cover the 5 most important things that I think most dyslexics lack, and this is just a course I made for myself. If I had to go back in time, this is what I would give myself. So when I was first getting started in this journey, I was lacking like the confidence, the mindset, the ability to just get things done, an ability to think positively, the ability to like have confidence in myself, and I didn't have the systems in place to like support that confidence and like self-esteem, and all those things don't just, you're not born with it. They're not like a natural thing, especially if you have been like treated unfairly at school, or if you had like negative experiences like most dyslexics have. We have negative ideas about our intelligence and a lot of these different things. So my course is going to be covering mindset. The second thing I'm going to be covering is reading. We get into a bunch of videos on this channel about reading, but I'm going to go really deep into it, man. Like, reading is the key. It's the crucial thing that you need to like objectively improve your intelligence in a lot of things in life. I'm gonna really dive deep into that. The next thing I want to talk about is writing. So if you guys like this video, the course is, it's gonna go really deep into writing, like exactly each of the things that how I think about it, how I process it, like at each step, what to do, how to think about it, what tools do I use, like how do I find new information, like just a bunch of different things on writing. The third part of the course is gonna be about studying. So we're gonna really dive deep into like how learning works and how memory works. And by the end of the course, you'll be able to like have the confidence and the ability and the techniques and the methods and the systems to be able to like pretty much learn anything you want. I have a system to where I can pretty much like maybe get to like a level, like if 0 was like don't know anything and 10 is like PhD expert, like I can get to a 7 in like 6 months in most things, I would say, using my system. The last thing that's covered in the course is organization and productivity. Like, how do you go from like an idea to like getting like a finished product at the end? How do you go from like having these like ambitious goals to like actually completing stuff? Like, I didn't really know how to do that until recently, and it's made a huge difference in like the way I think about the world and like the way I think about successful people and the way I think about like my own ability to get things done, right? So yeah, I think it's pretty important. Hopefully you guys will like it. I didn't mean to turn this whole thing into like a sales pitch. My course isn't even out. I don't even have a website yet, but I am making the videos. I am planning it out. I spent the last last 2 months working only on this course. I haven't been working because of summer vacation. So I spent the majority of my energy and free time on this thing, and it's looking like it's gonna be one of the best things I've ever made. Yeah, so far I'm really proud of like what it's gonna be able to help people do. So hope you guys like it. I'll see you next time. If you haven't subscribe to the channel. I love you. See you later. Bye.
Alright guys, awesome. So now we're in the iPad. I'm going to show you guys how to get this app called Notability. Just go to your app store. There it is. Type that in. You should be able to find it. It's a little yellow icon and a blue background. Let's open it up. It's $10. I've already purchased it. The first thing you'll notice is this organizer binder thing on the left hand side. It just kind of helps you organize your notes. You can move them around. So if I wanted to move this note to a different binder, different subject, I can do that. Also, you can put new dividers in by clicking over here. Create a new divider, call it like 1, whatever, and now we can create subjects under that divider. Let's call that 1, 2, and then we can actually move that into this divider. Yeah, we can kind of move our notes by holding it, this, and then we can kind of throw them in there, but we're not going to do that right now. I want to show you guys the Notability demo right here. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the writing. The writing on here is really good. I like writing on here now more than I do write on a piece of paper. Even if it's like a really high quality paper, I prefer writing on here. I guess I got used to it, but it just feels really good. Like I don't know, it just feels smooth, and like it responds to like how light or how hard you're pressing, so you can have like really like, yeah, it's really nice. It's a good experience. And another cool thing is like erasing on here is really easy. You can erase like a whole thing like that just by clicking one thing, or you can partially erase things. So if you're drawing something, you can kind of do erasing like that. It's really cool. Another feature that I really like about this app is the infinite pages. So I'll just show you guys on here. So if you click on this side, pages will come up, and whenever you write on the last page, you will get more pages showing up. So pretty much infinite pages. Another thing that I love about this app is the indexing feature. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. So whenever you write something on a journal or on a piece of paper, it's really hard to go back and find things, right? That's a problem that I've been having a lot when you're journaling. It's like you don't know where you put that idea on your notebook or in your journal. This app kind of fixes that problem because there is a search function. So let's say I wrote something here on this page. I'll call it cat in a hat, and I wanted to go back and look at that later on. So I can come over here, click on the search icon, and I'll just type in the word cat, and there you go. It takes like a second to index, like since that node is just brand new. The word cat's on here, so if I click on it, it automatically takes me to the page that has the word cat. So I'll just done. And also another cool feature of this this app is that it lets you search within a page. So like, before what we did was we searched our whole set of notes. So I have 157 notes. So we search all of them to see this word cat. But you can also search within a note. So let's say the word that I have up here is we'll search for images. So I'll just search images, and it just kind of shows up. So you can search within a note or within your whole entire binder, which is really cool. Let's see, what else was I going to show you about this app that's really cool? Oh yeah, another cool thing that I love about this app is that you can import PDFs onto your Notability, and you can write right on top of them. And another thing you can do is you can import images onto them. Let me see, I've got something. I just wrote a note about it. Instagram. So you can put like pretty high quality images on here. Like, so I would just click this button, add photo, go to your photo album, and you can kind of here, let's take this and I'll drag it onto here. Maybe this next page would be better, and you can kind of annotate it right on top of it. You can say, maybe get a better pen here, this thing. Yeah, it's kind of fun. You can do a lot of things, and you can also do this with PDFs as well. So if you wanted to sign contracts and things like that, it's perfect to just sign your signature and things like that on this app. So it's multifaceted. It's pretty cool. And the last thing about this app that I love is that it allows you to record things while you're writing. So for example, let's say that I'm in a class and we're studying organic chemistry or something, and the professor is talking about some reaction or something, and like maybe this is a methyl group or something, and we need to like figure out what they're talking about. What you can do is that you can actually, like, let's say that you don't know what this molecule is, like you forgot what it is, and you remember the professor talking about it, and your Notability app picked it up. So how would you find it? It's really easy. You click here, and let's play this. We're gonna play it. Record things while you're writing. So for example, let's say that I'm in a class and studying organic chemistry or something, and we need to like figure out what they're talking about. So just by touching the image, it'll give you the audio back, which is a really powerful feature that I wish I had when I was growing up, because I did a lot of pictures and diagrams and things. I never remembered what the professor was saying, but with this, it kind of solves that. So if I wanted to go to the end of that lecture, I remember putting this thing. I'll just touch it. This molecule is, and like you see at the top. You forgot what it is, and this is a methyl group or something, and we need to like figure out. Studying. You forgot what it is, and yeah. So that's Notability. I hope you guys pick this up. And again, you don't really need this, but it's a bonus, and it makes life a lot easier. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.
I don't know where the rabbits are.
They're super diving.